This is a small clip from one of my main videos. If you like it, then please check out the original video. Okay, bye, love you. You Don't Know Jack 2015. You know, being the staple series and namesake of Jackbox games, it's only fitting that a variant of You Don't Know Jack makes an appearance in the very first party pack. If you've ever played any of the later Jackbox party packs, you're probably well aware of just how good they are at making trivia fun, especially for people like me who just couldn't give a damn about trivia. Most of the trivia games throughout the Jackbox party packs have some sort of unique twist to them, some kind of extra layer to the gameplay that gives them their own identity. And well, You Don't Know Jack 2015 doesn't do that, and instead is just about the most vanilla trivia experience you can get from these packs. For the most part, you are straight up just answering multiple choice trivia questions. The most important aspect of this game though, and the YDKJ series in general, is the absolutely ludicrous presentation. The presentation of this game is so mentally insane, I just can't help but marvel at it sometimes. And trust me, I do mean that in a nice way. Even before you start playing, just while you're waiting in the lobby for everyone to join, you get to hear the most ridiculous shit taking place in the background.
What the f are you eating, man?
Just some f***ing baby carrots, bro.
Whoa! But they look like big carrots, only way f***ing smaller.
That's just f***ing it. I don't have time to f***ing eat an adult f***ing carrot, but with baby carrots, I can pop one in and be on my way.
Like, what? And then when you actually start the game and think, alright, that was weird, but now that that's out of the way, we can finally just enjoy some trivia.
I am Cookie Masterson, and I shaved my nipples for this,
Oh,
so
come
let's
on. Yeah, this game is absurd, mentally ill, and honestly, I kinda love that about it. But it is still a trivia game, and I am still not a trivia fan, so how exactly do they take that ridiculousness and make a fun trivia game out of it? Well, You Don't Know Jack is treated sorta like a game show, hosted by Cookie Masterson and his group of wacky-ass friends, and all of them just flat out refuse to ask you a question the way a normal human being would. The whole gimmick of the YDKJ series is that none of the questions are asked in a straightforward, normal way. For example, this question reads, if Lady Gaga changed her name to the most common first word spoken by babies, what would she be called? Lady No, Lady Cat, Lady Mama, or Lady Dada? Obviously, the more mentally stable way to ask that question would be, what is the most common first word spoken by babies? And then present the four normal choices. But mental stability is not how this game rolls. Just about every question is like this. You will always have to do a bit of extra work before answering, simply just to figure out what you're being asked. The closest you'll get to a normal question is a dis or dat, where you get presented a handful of answers and have to guess whether they fall under this category, the other category, or both. Or questions like this one where you have to put multiple answers in a correct order. In addition to those, any of the first 10 questions of the game could also involve a goofy-ass mini-segment, often featuring some crazy dipshit who's friends with the main host, as a host.
Which titular religious group was founded by someone?
Good lord, so we've got Billy O'Brien the puppet, who has like 15 speech impediments that make it borderline impossible to answer the question he's asking. Like, even more than the usual questions. And we've also got this, Raisin.
It's Foggy Facts with Old Man.
Scooty up, dude. I forget.
Jesus, so apparently this old man is thinking of something, so he's gonna Alzheimer's-ly describe it to you so you can guess what he's thinking about.
You thinking of Conquerors, old man?
Hey, Conkers, yeah!
Yeah, these are some pretty strange mini-segments, and I didn't feel entirely safe while playing them, but they're neat little distractions, I guess. Aside from these different types of questions, the only other game mechanic in play here is the screw. Each player gets one screw per game, and upon using it, they get to screw another player into being forced to answer the current question in under 5 seconds. If the person you screwed gets the question wrong, you essentially steal that question's money value from the player. If they get it right, though, they steal it from you. I actually really like this feature. It provides a funny way to interact with other players during the trivia, and allows for a bit of strategy.
Don't screw me.
I'm screwing
Come
you.
on, man.
Well, if you win this, then I'm dead. As you can tell, charm is a huge focus of this game. It does a lot to try and make this an interesting trivia experience, and I commend them for it. The jokes don't always land for me, but it at least feels like each and every question was given a good amount of thought and care, and I really do appreciate that. But I don't know, a big reason I don't usually care for trivia is because I just kinda don't know anything, and unlike future Jackbox trivia games, which alleviate that problem by providing fun side activities to succeed at, the quote-unquote side activity of this game is literally just trying to decipher what the hell these people are saying to you. It can be funny, and it definitely makes for a trivia game with some pretty interesting questions, but I'm afraid that doesn't quite make up for the fact that I'm still just guessing the answers for the most part. That brings us to the final round, where this problem is most apparent. Round 3 is the Jack Attack round, where there's an answer in the background, and you gotta buzz in when you see another answer that matches. Like if the topic is houses and the background says Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants, you wait until the word rock appears and buzz in. First person to buzz correctly gets a lot of money, and anyone who buzzes incorrectly loses a lot of money. I've heard complaints about this final round and how it doesn't work very well over streaming. Basically, the person hosting the game's at an unfair advantage because they're gonna see the answers about a second before everyone else does due to stream latency. And yeah, I'd imagine that probably makes this round pretty lame for those who care about it. Personally though, the issue I have with this round is simply, I still don't know anything about most of these prompts. And unlike the rest of the game, this is not multiple choice, where you can at least make an educated guess or use the process of elimination to discern the correct answer. Here, you're just watching various words cycle through, having no f***ing idea if they relate to the answer in the background or not. Considering me and the group I played with weren't super knowledgeable about most of these questions, we honestly found it more beneficial to just never buzz in the whole time. Because if you buzz in incorrectly, you lose a ton of money and are pretty much just asking to lose the game. The payoff of buzzing correctly just isn't worth the risk. And that's pretty much You Don't Know Jack 2015. I really like the game's aesthetic and the way it's presented. It's very charismatic, but that's just not enough to keep me craving more, especially considering we've got much more interesting options for trivia in later party packs. I'd imagine that for a group of people who are actually into trivia, this would be loads of fun, but it's just not all that accessible for people like me who aren't. This game's also limited to only 4 players at a time, which is very small for Jackbox. If you just gotta play You Don't Know Jack, at least the one in Pack 5 allows up to 8 players, and is better in a few different ways. A better final round, and randomized question orders, as opposed to this weird preset episodes thing they did here. Stupid. Definitely go for that one over this, or better yet, just go somewhere else entirely. No offense to Jackbox games or anything, but you can definitely do a lot better than You Don't Know Jack in my opinion.